Imagine this. A team from overseas is so captivated by Caitlin Clark's prowess on the court that they're ready to make her an offer that's nothing short of astounding. Picture Ice Cube waving a $5 million check for just 10 games. That's the level of interest we're talking about. Not surprisingly, the European League couldn't hide their delight as they revealed Caitlin Clark's first minutes of gameplay. Their excitement was palpable. Why wouldn't it be? Landing a talent like Clark is akin to winning the lottery effortlessly. It's a celebration-worthy moment, especially considering how the WNBA handled the situation. They might as well have gift-wrapped their most valuable asset, Caitlin Clark, and sent her directly to the EuroLeague's doorstep. If one were to look for a textbook example of a fumble, this was it. From what we've gathered in recent interviews, it appears Caitlin is set to significantly boost her earnings in the EuroLeague, far surpassing what the WNBA offered, up to $700,000. Now free from the WNBA's grueling encounters, where random, harsh physical challenges were the norm, Caitlin can truly focus on refining her game. Meanwhile, one can only imagine the WNBA in a state of bewilderment, pondering where things went so wrong. The competition in Europe not only rivals, but may even surpass that of the NBA, offering Caitlin a new stage where her skills can shine even brighter. It's no wonder she chose to leave the WNBA behind. Who could blame her when Europe welcomed her with open arms and a celebration fit for a queen? The WNBA, on the other hand, is left in disarray, reflecting on how they might have underestimated her value. Let's talk numbers for a moment. While the WNBA was paying Caitlin a modest $76,000 to $78,000 for her rookie season, Europe is prepared to offer her a fortune that dwarfs her previous earnings. We're talking a major upgrade here, with benefits including housing, transportation, and tax coverage, which the WNBA never matched. Indeed, Europe treats its players like royalty, providing a level of support that the WNBA seemingly couldn't match. Through this move, Caitlin Clark isn't just changing leagues, she's setting a new standard for how athletes should be valued and treated across the globe. This transition is not just about a better salary, it's about respect, opportunity, and playing in an environment that cherishes and supports its stars. As the WNBA season wraps up for many teams, a notable exodus of players heading overseas for the offseason has begun. Amidst mounting controversies and disappointingly low salaries, there's growing speculation about whether some of these athletes will return at all. At the heart of the league's anxiety is the departure of Caitlin Clark, once a major draw, responsible for a staggering 142% increase in viewership, now merely a memory for a league that offered her a scant $300,000 over 4 years. Caitlin Clark has shattered the proverbial glass ceiling, setting a new precedent for athlete compensation and treatment that the WNBA now sorely misses. Consider Ice Cube's jaw-dropping offer of $5 million for just 10 games, a sum that far exceeds what Clark would have earned across 4 full seasons in the WNBA. It's no wonder she opted for greener pastures, even as Indiana Fever transformed away games into home games due to her popularity. Clark advocated for her peers, pushing for bonuses for opposing players given the substantial revenues she generated. But it's not just about the financial gain. The EuroLeague offers something far beyond the WNBA's grasp: an actual, full-length season running from October to April. This not only gives Clark more time to hone her skills, but also places her in the midst of far stiffer competition than the WNBA could offer, where the gameplay can sometimes seem more akin to a leisurely pickup game than a fierce contest. As Europe welcomes Clark with open arms, they are enhancing their rosters, while the WNBA seems to be stuck in a rut, unable to compete with the allure and intensity of international play. The European League recently showcased Caitlin Clark's debut minutes, and the response was unmistakable. Europe has struck gold. Meanwhile, the WNBA is left to ponder its missteps, seemingly oblivious to the magnitude of their loss. In their oversight, the WNBA has not only lost a star, but also the magnetic draw she commanded. Clark's move is not solely about scoring points on the court, it's about scoring lucrative endorsements and sponsorships off it. Soon, her face will grace billboards from London to Paris, a testament to her marketability and a glaring reminder of the WNBA's strategic blunders. They had Caitlin Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent, and let her slip away without a fight. Now, as Clark embarks on what sounds like a dream career in Europe, the WNBA must grapple with a painful reality. They didn't just lose a player, they lost a cornerstone of their future. Now let's delve into what Europe stands to gain. Unlike the WNBA, where the games often feel like a repetitive routine, the EuroLeague epitomizes real competition. It's not merely a showdown of American talent, it features elite players from powerhouse countries like Russia, Turkey, Spain, and France, diversity and skill that the WNBA simply cannot match. Caitlin Clark is set to face teams known for their rugged, intense style of play, a stark contrast to what some criticize as the softer approach back home. In Russia, the emphasis is on brute strength, demanding Clark to toughen up and rise to the challenge. Over in Turkey, the gameplay is slick and fast-paced, emphasizing swift, strategic plays that will test her agility and tactical acumen. This could mark the beginning of a trend where privately owned EuroLeague teams might actively recruit top talent from the WNBA, especially if the financial and business incentives align. This shift underscores the EuroLeague's commitment to teamwork, precision, and strategic gameplay that doesn't rely on one star to dominate, offering a more balanced and engaging basketball experience. Imagine Caitlin Clark thriving in such a dynamic environment. It's the sort of professional challenge that truly refines an athlete's skills. The EuroLeague isn't new to this. Its rich history dates back to 1958, long before the WNBA was even conceptualized. Legends like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart have excelled on this stage, setting a high bar that Caitlin Clark is poised to exceed. As she steps into this realm of basketball royalty, the contrast with her previous experiences in the WNBA becomes stark. Consider the disparity in salaries, with Taurasi once earning a whopping $1.5 million in Russia, far surpassing the WNBA's top salary cap at the time. The fervor of European basketball fans is unmatched, and they are eagerly anticipating the chance to see Clark in action, potentially elevating the atmosphere to rival the legendary European tours of stars like Kobe Bryant. Back in the US, WNBA fans face a grim reality. Without Clark, the league seems devoid of excitement, evidenced by her ability to significantly boost viewership. Her matches with the Indiana Fever drew an average of 1.18 million viewers per game, a figure that dwarfed the league's overall viewership of 394,000. With her departure, the WNBA confronts a potential plummet in audience interest, a testament to Clark's immense draw and the void her absence creates. The league must now grapple with the challenge of retaining viewer interest, a daunting task without its marquee player. Indeed, the WNBA has witnessed unparalleled viewership this season thanks to Caitlin Clark's electrifying performances. With her leading Indiana Fever, the games attracted an average of 1.18 million viewers, a stark contrast to the 394,000 viewers for other games. This season saw a record-breaking 22 games drawing over 1 million viewers each. However, the glaring dependency on Clark became painfully obvious during the playoffs, where ratings plummeted by nearly 50% in her absence, with a pivotal game attracting only 929,000 viewers, a significant drop from the million-plus figures when Clark was on the court. The stark reality is that the WNBA has lost not just a player, but its most compelling drawcard. As Clark transitions to Europe, she carries not only her skills, but also a robust fan base eager to follow her every move. The EuroLeague is poised to thrive with Clark's inclusion, ready to energize its already passionate fan base further. Imagine sold-out stadiums in Russia and Turkey. This is just the beginning of a transformative era for European basketball, with Clark at the epicenter of this surge, ready to elevate the game to heights that the WNBA will now only dream of. Meanwhile, the WNBA must reckon with the aftermath of its oversight. The loss of Clark signifies more than just a missed opportunity. It highlights a systemic undervaluation of star talent. The league placed Clark in an untenable position, equating her with the average despite her superstar status, capped by an underwhelming salary that ultimately drove her away. Now, as Clark shines on a grander stage, the WNBA is left to ponder what could have been, facing dwindling viewership and a disillusioned fan base. As Clark continues to excel and redefine her career in Europe, surrounded by adulation and support, the WNBA's mismanagement is all the more glaring. The league's failure to retain its best talent underscores a critical need for introspection and recalibration. How it addresses these challenges will be crucial for its future viability. Meanwhile, Europe celebrates its new icon, showcasing Clark's prowess in packed arenas, proving that when it comes to recognizing and rewarding top talent, they truly understand the assignment. The WNBA, on the other hand, must now navigate a landscape marred by missed opportunities and what-ifs.